Rising as a young leader comes with a great responsibilities, but Bea Lim took the challenge to be a leader that makes a significant impact to the youth. So Bea, we were so inspired listening
thank
to your
you.
story this afternoon.
Thank you.
Tell us how you started when you were a kid.
So it was my first job when I was 6 years old. When
6 years old?
Yes, because it's really true. Because when my mom and dad started the business 24 years ago, we didn't have a lot of money. So what happened was our summer job was actually putting together the invites for all of these international conferences. So we did everything, folding the brochures, putting it in letter shopping. And that's when really honestly, I became a QA person, a quality assurance person, because my job was to make sure that the labels were the exact same name as the letter invite as well. So it was great training because it was very young, and to us it was just a game. But then later on, I really developed into specific roles at TeamAsia, and then like what I said earlier, I naturally got the role of marketing manager because I have been working even while studying. I never saw myself as a marketer until I got to college, until I started the business. I mean, working in the family business. And then when I started working with people on building up ideas, brainstorming, coming up with events that would really make brands engage with their consumers more, I became excited and I started developing copy. I started coming up with storyboards to make for videos. And then that's when I realized that I wanted to be a storyteller.
Wow. But at that young age, who really inspired you the most?
I really owe everything to my mom. Like what I mentioned in my talk earlier, Rebecca, my childhood really wasn't easy as well because it was at a very young age my parents separated, and in the Philippines that wasn't something that was the usual, right? And then my mom remarried, and we had a great childhood after that, wherein my three parents, my mom, my stepdad, and my bio dad really worked together to make us comfortable, to make us succeed, to make us study hard, and they also instilled a lot of values in us. But one of the things that I really wanted to share about my mom is that my mom never stopped working for us. She worked hard not only at the office to provide for us, but she also worked hard in making us see that women should be empowered. She taught us that teaching and learning is a gift. She taught us that cooking is food for the soul.
So what's the biggest struggle you experienced so far?
My biggest struggle, honestly, was transitioning back to the Philippines, handling the business after my dad died. It was such a tough time for me, but I did not have time to grieve. I had to take over the business because, of course, we have people to take care of, and 24 hours was just not enough. And I think that at that point, I was also working on, honestly, adrenaline. But like what I said earlier, Rebecca, there came a time when I made a decision to say, you know what, it's not a struggle anymore. So I think that that's one of the times also that it was the greatest struggle, but also the greatest lesson for me.
Because also, of course, I remember your dad, and your dad has high expectation.
Yes.
Because he don't agree with just okay.
Oh, definitely.
But what he wants is great.
Excellence.
Excellence. So, being young, a CEO, so how you connect with your people?
Being their leader or being their managing director was different. I was taking on a different role. I was no longer the friend.
Yes.
I became suddenly, in 2 years' time, the manager, and I had to make the difficult decisions. But I learned that if I was myself, if I am able to tell them I also make mistakes, I also make decisions, I also have a hard time, then they are able to connect back with me and say, okay, she's human also. So if she tells me she needs a break, I have to back off. I need to give her time. And at the same time, I can also go to them and also push their boundaries because they know I'm coming from a place which is sincere, which is I'm really here for you, so you can be here for me as well.
So with that, how you push them to go higher to your expectation? Is it all the time that they reach it, or it's okay with you if they didn't reach it?
Well, of course, for me, I'd love it for us to keep on reaching our goals. But for me, striving for excellence is is a two-way thing. I cannot expect my team to strive for excellence if our leadership is also not doing the same. So for me, it's always a balance. When we strive for excellence, it's not just one person, it's not just one department, it's the whole team. So for me, I always tell our team, your success is my success. If we fail at this, I fail at it as well.
And also because your people are the representative of TeamAsia. They are TeamAsia. So how you keep that kind of positive outlook all the time in your office, especially when you're going through challenges?
So our 5 philosophies in TeamAsia is first to inspire, because nothing really happens if you're not inspired. So we have to keep on inspiring ourselves, inspiring one another, and also inspiring other people through the work that we're doing. The second one would be thinking big. You know how people say, think out of the box? In TeamAsia, we usually say, what box? Because we really want to espouse that culture that there are no boxes, there are no walls, there are no borders. Let's think big, and then we'll worry about the other things after. The third one is to drive passion. Because if you don't have passion, what are you doing every day? Why are you going there? Passion is really about telling yourself that you love what you're doing and you're gonna keep on coming back. The fourth one is live. We really do believe that we live to also give back to our community, but at the same time, we live for each other. And our last one is the most positive and my favorite, and it is bright and shiny. Being bright and shiny is not just about smiling and saying, yeah, I'm happy, but then not really being happy inside. Bright and shiny is having an optimistic outlook, saying, you know what, I am a solution to a problem. I am a solution to a challenge. So if I'm a solution, then we should all be happy.
It's been our vision to make Philippine first world before 2030. What's your best advice to the new generation in order to make our country like that?
For me, honestly, it's to have fun. Because if you're too bent on just striving for excellence and you lose the fun side of it, then you are not also going to have a long career. You're also not going to do it because you're going to burn out at some point. If you don't love what you do, then what's the point of you going for more? It's really all about saying that I matter and that I have made differences in the world. So to be able to do that, you need to have fun. When you make a decision, just always remember, it always involves a trade-off. So you better decide on something that will be better not only for yourself, but for other people as well.
Wonderful. Thank you very
Yay,
much.
that's great. Yay.
Every success has its struggles. Every dream has its trials and tests. Listen to their stories because if they did it, you can also be self-made.